learn. So I get your newsletters regularly. I figured let me get back into it and hopefully get motivated and get to the next level.
I
So
love that.
that's
Well,
where
you
I'm at.
had a great editor in Joanne, so that's wonderful. What's your children's book about?
Um, it's about a little hedgehog named Hank, and he goes on a little birthday journey and he learns different life lessons. It's kind of like I don't know, kind of a Wizard of Oz meets learning things,
Nice.
something like that. I don't know.
Nice. Well, I'm glad to have you here. Feel free to,
Glad to be here.
yeah, feel free to. So for those of you that are new, this we do this every week. I just come in and answer questions for open Q&A, and I find that it's my way of giving back. First of all, I have a lot of clients and things that I help manage their books, but I always remember the me that was had no idea what I was doing and all of the conflicting and crazy information out there about self-publishing and traditional publishing and just trying to sift through it all. I wished at that time that I had somebody that would just go on and answer people's questions. So I'm very happy to do that here for you. And so if you have a question, you can feel free to raise your hand or you can put it into the chat. And I'm happy to have you to answer any questions for you. I'm also on YouTube, streaming on YouTube, so that I can answer questions there as well. So if you're watching this and you are on YouTube, and you want to come on here and be live with us on Zoom, then you can go to aprilcox.com/events, and that will redirect you over to our Zoom channel. So I will try to monitor both. But so what kind of things are you guys struggling with? Or if you have news or we always like to hear about the good things or do some show and tell if you've got something to show. So who's got something for me today?
I just have a
Uh,
quick question.
Go ahead, Kathleen.
Let's do that. But I'm thinking of upgrading my Canva to Canva Pro, and I understood that it was 120 a year. Or am I wrong? Because I
I
just
think it's like 20 something a month.
okay, because the upgrade was 300, and I thought that was is that
You might
is that
want to
in line?
check and see how many people you have. Sometimes there, if you invite somebody to see one of your designs, it'll add them to your team. It calls it a team. And so they charge you a certain amount per member on your team. So if you
Oh,
contact them, take a look and see how many members are on your team. And if there's somebody extra on there, take them off and then contact them and they'll give you a credit for that.
oh, because there is somebody on my team. It's my daughter. You just
So you can
reminded me.
Yeah, you can either let her stay on the team and pay the extra, or just get that removed so that it doesn't show up as two
Yeah.
individuals that you're paying for.
Yeah, because she told me to get my own because then I have the freedom of doing that. But I didn't realize if she's on my team that I don't even think she realizes that.
Yeah, yeah. It
Okay.
happens sometimes when you invite somebody and
Yep.
it like kind of it's a little sneaky like that. It puts them on your team and then when you upgrade or you're renewing, you get charged for that extra. So, yep, that's probably the
Yeah,
problem.
because she told me what she pays for her company and
Yeah.
what 'cause she does this for her company. And then I invited her on my team. So that's okay. I'll do that. Thank you
Yeah.
for the great advice. Thanks.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I just checked it. It said 120 per year per person if it's one person, and the teams is 100 per person, and the minimum is three people. So that's why it's 300.
It's exactly
Ah,
300. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you. Yeah,
thanks,
that I was
Kelly.
shocked. I was like, because my daughter said, "Oh, it's only 120." I was like, "No, it's not." But that's the reason. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you, Kelly. I
You guys
appreciate
are so
you.
smart.
Awesome. Awesome.
Wasn't there a workaround that we used on that before?
I don't remember any kind of workaround. I think just just going. And you guys are going to want to have the professional version of Canva, especially if you're going to work on things that you're publishing. So take a look and make sure that before you upgrade, that you do have any extra people removed off the list.
If by any chance you are a teacher, either homeschool or a teacher in the um, schools like outside, they have discounts or like free options for Canva too, if you guys want to
Hmm.
look into that.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a
good
great idea.
advice.
Great idea. Awesome, Kelly. Thank
Glad I
you.
did pull the trigger on 300 then.
Yeah. They will. When you say oops, they do fix it. So, because that did happen to me as well. I think I had 3 or 4 extra people on my thing, and the price was crazy expensive when they renewed it. And I was like,
Yeah, that
wait,
is a little
what happened?
sneaky, but
What
yeah, because
happened?
it should have been my email and my name, but then
Mm.
yeah.
And if by any chance you have a Canva that it's paid like from, I don't know, 6, 7 years ago, do not forget to update your credit card because it will expire and you're gonna lose the pricing that you were paying before. And when they renew it, they want to go back on that pricing plan. Just FYI.
Ah, yeah. Thank you, Kelly. All right. Kelly's my design expert here
Guru,
that,
yeah.
are you doing the 9 o'clock session today?
Well, it's not on the schedule, so I guess not.
Okay. Okay. I wasn't sure if this was your week or mine to do it. So no
It was just
worries.
blank on the schedule, so I was like, oh, I don't know what's happening.
Okay. I think I gotta talk to my assistant and get that under control again. All right, guys. So what are you working on? Tell me more about any questions you have for me.
I'm working on my Crash is starting on my trailer,
Mm-hmm.
my book trailer for A+ content. I guess I can use it for that. Can use it for
It's not
promo.
not for A+ content. But you
Oh,
can use it for Amazon ads.
that's what I meant. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I misspoke.
Amazon ads, and you can upload videos to your listing, but sometimes they block Amazon blocks it from being shown if it's the author uploading it. So if you have somebody else that can go in and has Amazon and they can upload it to your listing as part of their review, then that will show up there.
So the listing, you mean like when they click on like the ad?
No, it's more like when you go to your listing, there's a place where it shows videos, and when people provide reviews, sometimes they'll upload videos there as part of the review. So there, it does say click here to upload a video. It just doesn't always work for the author to do it themselves.
Oh, so then these people would upload the video that Krisha made?
They could, yeah, they could say, and then also provide their review with that so that it actually gets attached to your
Oh, I
listing.
see.
Mhm.
Okay.
And if you know any influencers, like I work as an influencer for Amazon, I don't need to review anything. I just add a book and I tag each of the products in there, and it also shows on the bottom over there. So you
Nice.
can reach out to a bunch of influencers and offer the book for free. They should be okay with doing it.
Yeah, or
And they
offer.
review the book and upload your video?
No reviews. So like I don't do reviews because it's against Amazon's policy for influencers to leave reviews. I just receive the product and then I do a video about the product and then I tag it through the async. And on your book page, it shows on the bottom my video whenever people are scrolling through. So it helps with algorithms and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It
Awesome.
helps with what?
With the algorithm.
Oh, yes. Okay.
So it sounds like if you need some help, that Kelly might be a good one to help with that too.
Yes.
All
Your
right.
name popped up when I was out of state. Somebody knew your name, Kelly.
It was Melanie, right?
Yes, it was Melanie.
Yeah.
I said, Kelly from Brazil. She goes, that's the one. She goes, she's a
Nice.
genius.
Some people commented on the chat, April.
Oh, okay. Let me see. All right. So thank you. So I've got Jackie says my hardcover book price was $21.99, but was changed to $19.99 with a 40% discount. But an author I'm friends with told me that I could earn about $1 per book copy and suggested having it be $21.99 on Ingram Spark and Amazon. That with Ingram Spark's e-commerce link, it can be $19.99 on my website. Yeah, so Ingram Spark does have an e-commerce link. The the price having your book at $21.99 is very expensive. It's very hard to sell a book for that price if it's not like high in demand. If you're a brand new author, then listing on Amazon at that, I mean, on Ingram Spark at that price is going to make it hard for you. I know that you do have some additional things that you can do, and Ingram Spark has provided a way of kind of going directly, if you're driving people from your website, going directly to them and cutting out the middleman, and then it will allow you to charge less and make a bit more of a profit. So yes, that is definitely the case. Did I answer all of the question, Jackie, or is there other nuances to that? I still would not put your book at $21.99. I think it's good at the $19.99. I wouldn't go any higher than that just to get started until you really build a following.
I was gonna say that you answered my question. I was just wondering if it would be hard or just take time, like that for the hardcover, it would be maybe, I guess the payment would be about $1 per book up
I
until
don't
it
think
becomes.
that's right. Because I think I helped you to change that, and I think it was around $3 per book. Maybe I'm wrong. But if you just have to make sure that your illustrations, how many pages are your book?
It's 31 pages and then the blank page makes it
Okay.
32.
Yeah, so usually it's around, between $2 and $3 a book at that price, as long as you have your book at 40% discount instead of the 55% that the bookstores would like you to do.
Okay, see. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Debbie, I think for image, what I see that you have some images to share, but I will maybe we'll hold on off on that and just to make sure we've got some questions answered first. And we're also I will stay here longer for the 9 o'clock hour if people are interested in going deeper and getting additional help on things like image feedback and stuff like that. So I don't see any questions here on YouTube.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Victoria.
Okay, well, four of my four of my books are I put in draft to digital, the
Mhm.
ebooks, because I wanted to experiment with that.
Mhm.
And what I find really difficult is trying to do promotions, and it's not with draft to digital. The problem is Amazon. And Amazon, I was told you want to give them that courtesy that your book is going to be this amount, and they'll give it to you if you anyway. So I went through it. I even talked to them. They wanted 3 URLs of where some of the drafted digital, like Hoopla or Apple, or anyway.
Apple and
I
Google
did,
Books, usually they want to see.
yeah, I did. I don't think if I had it on Google, if it qualified for what I had. But anyway, they said no, they didn't accept it. And so it's kind of like, so I've been stuck. I haven't been able to promote my older books at all. And draft to digital said it's very easy. You just do this, this, and this. It is. However, if I put my book, let's say my ebook is at $3.99. If I move it to, let's say, $1.99, I mean, I know I can literally change it on Amazon for $1.99, but then I lose, I think, when I'm on draft to digital because it says what's the original price. Well, now I have to say it's $1.99, so it doesn't even sound like it's a deal. Do
I
you
see.
see what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think I really want to, as much as I thought I liked draft to digital, I think it's really not that I'm not earning that much money. And so I think I really want to move everything back so I can be in KDB Select and start promoting the books and blah, 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 blah.
Mhm.
I have a lot more freedom. What's your opinion? What do you think?
Well, the goal of widening your distribution is to take your or reduce your reliance on Amazon so that you can then move forward and build relationships and build visibility on other platforms like Apple and Google and so many others that are available. The problem, like you said, is it takes work and it takes dedication, and and normally, and what Victoria was referring to, in case you're not aware, is you if your ebook, let's say your ebook is $1.99 or $3.99 on Amazon, you can request that they price match for certain types of specials that you're running, so that if you're doing a 99-cent special and you've got that on Apple and Google Books, then you can submit that to them, and normally they just price match without any trouble. This is kind of a new, I haven't heard that they've been giving people or pushing back and giving people trouble about it. Maybe what they're doing is looking to see that you could very easily have lowered it yourself. And so maybe that's one of the things that's driving it. So it is frustrating that they're not matching. But the other thing you could do is just, are these specials on a particular platform? So if you're running and saying you're running a promotion that's going to be, it's going to be $1.99, is that going to be, it's going to be $1.99 on these other platforms, right?
Yes.
So maybe that's okay. And I would
Oh, I see
respond,
what you're
I would
saying.
respond back to Amazon and say, it's unfortunate that this is going to be a bad customer experience. Use the words bad customer experience, because my customers will be able to buy my book on special on these. And if you mention Google Books and Apple, those are like two of the ones, of course, are their biggest competitors at $1.99, but you're refusing to match. So that's going to be a poor customer experience, and that's really unfortunate. And I would just respond that way and say, I'd like to appeal this decision and see if they'll make some changes. And if you don't already have it publishing to Google Books, maybe you don't even realize you do. But I would, if you haven't included a URL to Google Books, then I would also include that as well.
Okay. All
And
right.
Amazon is showing you that they're not your friend right now. So why would you let them bully you into walking away from what you want to do, which is limit your dependence on them? So
Right.
my advice would be to keep at it and make yourself available on some of these other platforms, and continue to try to build your following there as well.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right.
What is the
Right.
draft to digital? How is that different than an ebook?
So draft to digital, it's the word draft, the number 2, digital.com, is a platform where you can set up an ebook there, and then it's an aggregator. It will blast your ebook to Amazon, Apple, like other Kobo, other places. So it helps to take your ebook from the one site and gets it into a bunch of other places. Where if you are uploading your ebook only on Amazon, then it's only going to be available on Amazon. So you're missing out on all of those other places that people could be discovering you and your book. So that's one of the reasons why most of the time I recommend starting with Amazon, is because they do, when you first go live, if you sign up with Amazon and you join their KDP Select program, they're going to give some extra love and extra attention to your book because it's a new release. It's going into their KDP Select program. So it's helpful. But that program requires you to be exclusive with them, with Amazon, for your ebook, only for your ebook, for 90 days. And then in exchange for the extra things that they give you in return, which is 5 days that you can promote your ebook for free in that 90-day period. So what I usually do is I'll have like 2 free days on 1 month, 2 free days on another month, and then one extra on the third month. And then as long as you don't pull out of the program, you get 5 more days and 3 more, and you're in for 3 more months. So it's 90 days. So that is one. It's if all you're really concerned with is just focusing on Amazon, then that's fine. That's a great process. Just go straight through there. But at some point, especially when you've been building an author brand, you want to go outside and maybe not be quite so dependent upon Amazon, and get sales in other platforms. So as Victoria has done, moving to another platform helps you to get, gain more readers and be able to then figure out whether or not those other platforms like Apple Books and Google Books and Kobo and others are going to also drive more sales to not only your ebooks, but then as new readers discover your ebooks, they also could end up being more print copies as well.
And so that's why we should get a separate ISBN for that ebook, because if you're only going to have it on Amazon, then you don't need an ISBN for that.
Mhm.
If you're just staying on Amazon, correct?
Right. But if you do have an ISBN and you're going to be going in multiple different places, it's good to know that they all report back to one ISBN to give you better tracking for your sales and everything that you're doing.
Okay, because there was another author that we were talking back and forth, and she says, well, I just wasted an ISBN on my ebook because I'm only going to have it on Amazon. So
Mhm.
Amazon gives you an ISBN for free if you're just having you don't need an ISBN on Amazon if you're just going to have it on.
If you're just sticking with Amazon. But if you want to go from author to authorpreneur, I assume that you want to go more than just focus on Amazon and that you want to get into other places besides. So I always recommend not to limit yourself. As long as you're not struggling with the number of ISBNs that you have, then you might as well have that and be able to then grow your platform so that it's on just more than just Amazon.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thanks for the
So
question.
on Apple Books and Google, do you get the people's email addresses?
That's a really good question. And I don't think so. I think I'm not. And by the way, there's another platform that I've interviewed the gentleman that from Publish Drive, and they are Draft to Digital's biggest competitor right now. And they do a great job of coordinating the different types of specials and promotions that you can do with ebooks. And they do distribute to the same places that Draft to Digital does. So it might be worthwhile if you haven't had an opportunity to check out the interview that I've done with him. He actually walks through the whole process and shows the tool. And um, there's been a lot of rave reviews about Publish Drive these days. So it might be worth considering if you're looking to expand outside of just Amazon.
So he's a company where we would we would hang our ebook with, right?
Yeah.
And then
They also do print books as well. So it's one place where it will aggregate the ebooks. And if you decide you want to also upload your print book there, then it's got a pretty easy to use interface and they connect with and integrate with Ingram Spark. So it's the same, you get the same service. And if people purchase your print book, they're purchasing the Ingram Spark book, but you're using their more user-friendly interface and having your ebook and print book it all in one place. So it's something to look at. Take a look at the demo he did with me, and you might find another option if you're trying to consider something outside just Amazon.
and that's only for the ebook, right? Or no, because you
It's
just
for
said
both. Yeah,
both. Yeah.
it's for both. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. So I did have my 2-hour deep dive into launch planning. And if you're launching a book and you missed it, we are going to run it one more time in October, probably the second half of October. And I went through like all of the different things that you can do to help, from the AI components that I run, the AI prompts that I run to generate things like social media posts and generate, all of the information that you need, like to set up your ebook, your print books, and all the keywords and categories. So I went through a really deep dive. Now my team and I are working on cleaning up and taking all of the stuff that I recorded and putting it into a course that will also be available for folks. So I'm going to run it one more time live, deep dive together, where you can join me and actually leave with some assets that you can use for your next book launch as well. So stay tuned for that. I'll be sharing more information about that probably next week. So I'll have a date there. And for the same thing that I did with the first one, the way to earn access to the event is by supporting some of the authors that are actually launching at that time. Most of my authors that are launching with 99-cent ebooks. So you will, in order to get access to this deep dive, this 2-hour workshop with me, you'll just need to support some of those authors. It'll cost you probably $7 worth of 99-cent ebooks, and then you will have access, no additional charge, to the deep dive. So more information coming, and you'll also learn how to launch your own book and get access to this course before it goes live and is available to others. So I do hope that you'll stay tuned for that and participate, because I think there was a lot of really great learning for that deep dive that we did.
That
Okay,
was a fantastic course you had.
good, good, good. Debbie, what you were able to get a lot out of it, and you've got a new book coming soon too, as well, don't you? And you did say you had some things to share. So I'm going to bring you forward and just have you
Oh,
talk a little bit about your new book. And if you want to share some of the images that are coming, we can spend a few minutes on that as well.
okay, let me find where those are. Yeah, it's this is my second book, and it's part of the Adventures at Raylan's Ridge
Newsletters, right?
and it's about critters that just live in the forest and cause chaos, and they encounter Bigfoot every now and then. So that's what that's about.
It's a
And
lot of fun.
the second book is called Grandma's Great Advice. Being a grandma, sometimes my kids don't think I give the great advice, but they get it anyway. The kids do, grandkids. And
Nice.
so this is them going on another adventure in the park. And so I just have some.
Hold on, I'm not seeing you sharing anything,
I
Debbie.
haven't started yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Got it.
So I
ahead.
will share now. Can you see that?
Now I see it. Yes, thank you.
Okay. I think it's opened up on the wrong page. This is Grandma Al's tree, and she's the one that gives advice. Here's one of the Bigfoot. He's hiding back there. And he's hanging a wind chime. This is the first wind chime that gets hung up in the tree. And this is one of the main characters, like Bear and Fox. And this is their fathers when they were kids. And they find out that their dads were kids, and they're just like laughing and cracking up. But he is standing on Bear's face, and he falls. So they get into a fight and an argument, and Grandma Al tells him how to solve it. But with this image here, I feel like he looks more like a panda bear than a bear.
Yeah, I agree.
So I'm gonna have that fixed. And this here is the pictures are out of sequence, but this is where they end up sliding under a fence and ending up in this water hole that their dads actually built. When they were fighting, Grandma said, go down and dig a hole until you hit water. So they hit water. So it's a natural spring.
Yeah.
And it's drinking water, not swimming water. But they're in there swimming. And this is their dads when they dug the hole.
I love that. I love the
in there.
emotion that your illustrator was able to capture with this. That's really fun.
Yeah, you directed me to the right illustrator for sure. And this is them when they were sliding down the hill. This is Bear and Fox. and the raccoon got in their way, and he always eats chips, and the chips land on Bear. So this one here, I didn't really see that there was anything I needed to change. I know from my first book, the kids really like Bigfoot. So I thought if we just had a little part of Bigfoot right here, his little face or something looking up like, you know, I thought that would be fun because people are always, they're saying I need to have Bigfoot in almost every single image.
Yeah.
And this one here is where there's a fence around the pond now because it's drinking water. And there's a hole in the fence. He slides under the hole and comes out, but I think something going on with his face. I don't know if his head's too big.
I think there's something with his snout, like I don't know, the angle of it or something. Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with the perspective for sure.
Yeah. And he looks like he's going to crash into the fence. And in the book, I think if he was lying down and he was like coming up right through here, and you saw his feet here, because he lays down and sucks in his belly so he can fit. So I'm going to have him change that and do something with this face.
Okay. Cool.
And then we're back to that one. This is where they're swimming in the pond, and they started laughing, and they have little fart bubbles.
I thought that's what it was.
Yeah.
I bet the boys that read your stories just giggle constantly reading all of this. The girls are although I think probably would love it too, but something about this kind of humor with little boys.
When I give a book to a boy, because I was warned that my books would never sell because I have the word fart in them.
Oh.
So I tell him, I said, I got to tell you, this is what I was told by 3 grandmas, that the book would never sell because there's some bad stuff in here.
What do we know?
Eyes are like, and the parents are looking, and I use the word fart. I go, sometimes the animals fart in here.
Yeah.
And they're like flipping the pages. They can't wait to find where they're farting.
Oh, funny.
Well, there's a book called Arthur the Farting Dog that does very well.
Right. There's a lot of humor, bathroom humor kind of things that does really well. But you've got more than just that in your books. You've got like a really fun story, and you do a great job with character development and coming up with crazy zany things that they go through. So I think that's really nice.
Yeah. This is Bear and Fox. They're right here. They're swimming in the water, and this fence needs to be removed because the bottle company owns this now. And so I'm going to have them still have the fence, but just have it go back like right here.
Yeah.
And it's got, world's best natural spring bottling company.
Mm-hmm.
And then the picture is kind of blurry, but up here is Mama Bigfoot in a 2-piece, and then we have Dad and the baby.
So I'm going to ask you something. You've been doing a pretty good job going back and forth with your illustration team, and do you have any recommendations or any feedback for others who are getting to that point where they're getting ready to select an illustrator, or they're having trouble working back and forth? How do you accomplish the level of what you've got going on here with yours?
Okay, I can probably find that. What I did was I would either go to AI and tell them, like, I have a skunk that's a hippie, so I had AI make a couple hippie skunks, and I fell in love with like 3 different figures, and so I gave that to them. And I told him, this is the skunk I want. I want it to look something like this. And so I haven't seen it yet, but I know that they're going to do a fabulous job.
So reference images would be really helpful.
Yes. And I sent them my manuscript, and it was highlighted in the areas where, and then it would say image 1, chapter 2, or image 1, chapter 1, and then it just kept going, and I kept adding the chapters. And so I did that, and I highlighted it, and they did my first book. And I told him, this is kind of what I want. Show me what you have. And I tell them I just want them to use their expertise, their imagination to see what they can come up with. And so far, I've been very satisfied with everything that they've done. Yeah. And on the Bigfoot here, the mom, she's really furry through here. And I want them to take away some of that fur, put it on the dad and make his head bigger. But this is my daughter-in-law.
Ah.
And I want her to still like me.
I really appreciate that you're showing us all of these images. And if you have any questions for us on these images, I'm happy to do that. But I also have a few more questions in the inbox, in the chat. So if you wouldn't mind just stopping your share for the time being.
Can I just show this one real quick?
Oh, that's adorable. Beautiful.
This is April and her 2 puppies.
So yes, we have to talk about this situation here. So this is the second time that an author has written me or my book into their book, which is really fun. The first one was another author who just was planting books of other authors that have helped them into like the illustrations of their book, which was fun. But you decided to take me and my Labradoodles and incorporate me into your story, which is, by the way, hilarious. So, and I think that they did a pretty good job with the illustration from me and my Labradoodles. What do you guys think?
How many do you have? How many dogs do you have?
I had 2. Brady has passed on, but still have Mandy. But the 2, all of my series is about the 2 Labradoodles. So why you think there's more? That looks like there's more in there.
No, I thought you had like 3 or 4.
No, just the 2. Just the 2.
And you can see that they're dripping wet.
That's
because they just drank from an outhouse.
So thanks so much.
Love ya. Okay,
So,
I'm going to stop my share.
That's so fun. Debbie, that's hilarious. I appreciate the fact that you've done something special and incorporated me into your book, even if that means I have to be covered with outhouse kisses, I guess. So thank you. I also see, Kelly, you had something that you wanted to talk about, had to do with merchandising. So I'm going to bring you forward and you can go ahead and tell us more about what you're talking about here.
I was just saying that if we had time, I did like a couple of merches for my stuff a while ago, and they arrived and they look very cute. So if you guys wanted to see, I can show some of you.
I would love to see.
Oh,
Yes.
I have like these. Oh, I'm gonna turn off my virtual background because it hates when I show stuff on the camera. Doop. There we go. So there's a little notebook from the Lilith Fletcher.
Oh, nice. And this is from your chapter book series, right?
It's for middle grade.
Middle grade. Okay.
Yeah. I have like little towels.
And you did
like
your own
lunch
illustrations, right?
Yeah, most of them. I did these little lunch towels. They're like little squares for kids. They're very cute.
So tell us where you got these produced and what was the cost for you?
So it depends. The way that I do it is I either order like one or a couple from Sticker Mule. But for some of the products, these ones here are not from Sticker Mule. They are from Printify. On my website, I just like attached Printify to it. And if you go in there, people can buy it, but it doesn't sell. It's more like for me as like an author ticket to events and such.
Right.
But if the more you buy, the cheaper it is. And if you buy like, I don't know, a bulk of it, it also reduces pricing or shipping and so on. So it varies a lot. on like how much it's gonna pay because it depends on the amount.
Hmm.
And I also got like some totes, and they have like different characters and
I love
stuff.
that. That looks cool.
Yeah, they're very cute.
Awesome.
And
Well, thank
I
you for
try to do it
sharing.
from different books and stuff. Yeah,
Nice.
I just wanted to share with you guys because they look
Nice.
cute.
Thank you. Yeah, they do. They are cute.
Kelly, I just had a weird thought right now. Do you know that when kids go to grammar school, do they still wrap their books, their school books? Do you know, like we used to do it, we used to wrap ours with like bags,
Yeah,
hmm
I
paper
I don't
bags.
I don't see it on my kids' school, and
Okay.
but I don't know if all the schools do it.
Because it
Uh,
protects your books, and then at the end of the year, you turn in the books, and they have. We used to use paper bags to wrap ours before,
Yeah.
and
Yep.
then write the name of the class and the subject on it. But those would make that cart would make good book covers.
Mm.
I know that like a friend of mine, her kid in school wrapped it with like contact paper, kind of like contact paper, and she had to pay for the books because she was not allowed. She was allowed only to like with removable paper.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
these
weird.
were removable. I mean, you were just remove, but it protects like a peachy folder would be good.
hmm
Yeah,
If you had your artwork on like a peachy folders.
that would look cute.
Yeah. Oh, and Kelly, you said you also added other author books onto yours as well, onto your inside
Yeah,
of your book.
one of the books that I usually do add my own books like throughout my
hmm
illustrations, but there was one that it's my mom is an author, and I actually get like 10 author moms on the community.
Yeah.
Um, and in each of the illustrations, I added their books as an illustration. And the very last page of the book is career spark. So it talks about the profession of what being an author means, what is the career paths, pay, what you need to study, and whatever. And in that section, I added, oh, by the way, this book here was self-published by a mom, and throughout the entire book, you have like these 10 books from author moms. Go there and
Mhm.
find them all. And the kids like doing like a game and
Oh, I
like
like it.
competing against each other to try to find the images first. It's very
I
cute.
like it. That's a great service to other authors and for cross promotion as well. Like that.
Yeah.
Great. So Jackie, you had a follow-up question in here. Why don't you go ahead and go ahead and ask the question, and I'll bring you forward as well.
I checked on Ingram Spark and it said that like with the price being $19.99 and 40% discount, it said it was the under compensation it says $2.09. And I just
Okay.
wanted to double check if you said that when you're starting out that would be the best.
I think if you go higher than that, especially with the holidays coming, you're going to end up losing out on some sales because don't forget that even though this is going to go, the pricing will go to bookstores, the majority of where you're going to get your sales for your hardcover print on demand book is going to be Amazon. And people are going to be going to Amazon, and when they see the price, if you put 21.99, and don't forget you've got these, massive sales from that are like 4.99 for these classic children's books that are traditionally published. And then you've got some self-published titles that are between 9.99 and 12.99 for paperbacks. And then if you start to see 21.99, 24.99 for hardcovers, they're just not going to sell. So I just don't want you to get yourself into a situation where you've got a hardcover there, but it's not going to sell because the price is too high. So that was just, and what I was saying is like you can make it higher later if you want to. Once you start building a platform and you're able to, and things are selling, then perhaps you've got that following enough that people would be willing to pay that higher price. And you can experiment with it, absolutely. How have they been selling at the higher price that you have initially set it up at?
I'm kind of unsure. If on Amazon does it say um if it's specifically hardcover or paperback?
Yeah, so you won't see your sales, your hardcover sales won't show up on Amazon KDP. you'll have to go and take a look at what Ingram says for your hardcover. And you should see, like, when you log into your Ingram and you're on that homepage, you should usually, it shows you the last 30 days, how many sales you've made. So that's one indicator, but then you can also go back longer by looking at the reports on Ingram as well.
Okay, I see. Oh, do you say that later on? If you wanted, it could be changed to $20.99 or
You can change and move things up at your leisure. You have the ability to go in and change your pricing and experiment. I would also make sure you focus on the quality and that, make sure that your description is really good and that there's something unique that you're offering as well. So I would just make sure that you have a really solid listing before you start pumping up your pricing. But you can change it at any time. It's completely up to you. That's the beauty of self-publishing is we get to decide what we want to do. We get to, do our make our own decisions. And then sometimes, and if you have questions, you can always drop in here, and I can give you my take on it. I wanted to also mention I'm going to be here for another 10 minutes and then we're going to disconnect from the YouTube live, but I'm going to be here for another hour. So for those of you that want to stay here, I'm going to be going in and helping. One of the authors here has Sharon has an upload that she needs to do with a new upload of new books that have come in or updates of the files. So if you know you've got that coming and you're interested in learning how to do that, you can hang out here for that part as well. I think if there's anybody else that has a need for like, hey, can I share my screen? I've got an issue or I'm stuck. Then hang out with me. It's not on the calendar, but I I meant to put it on the calendar, this drop-in session. So for those of you who have, want to do a deeper dive and maybe are shy about asking or kind of doing hands-on stuff during an open live Q&A like this, then just hang out with me and I'll be here for another hour together. All right. Okay. So let's see, what else do we have here that I've missed for questions? Let me double check also. Oh, hey, I got one person on YouTube asking how to join the live session here with us. So go to aprilcox.com/events, EVENTS, and come on over. Welcome. Really great to see you joining. Welcome. Hi, Tony. Nice to see you. It's been a while. Glad to see you connected. And yeah, for others who are here and want to also not be cut off, but continue going and have some additional deeper dive questions, come on over to the Zoom session. I'm happy to have you. All right. Let's see. Anybody else have any other questions before we disconnect? I've got another 10 minutes or so here. Okay, got a new question here. So Sharon, did you want to talk a little bit about your book that's coming out? Would love to give you an opportunity to talk a little bit about the one that we're updating because I absolutely love it. Let me get you off of mute and just bring you forward. Okay.
Oh, okay. So right now I've got the ebook out and it launched on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
And then
What's the title of your book?
Oh, I'm sorry. Kaya and the Sun.
Oh, it's so beautifully illustrated too.
And I just got this today. So when you open it up, that's what you see.
Gorgeous.
So yes, so I guess the ebook was launched on Tuesday, and then, as you know, April, we were waiting for the copies to come in from Ingram.
Mm-hmm.
The hardcover has come in, but not yet the soft cover.
Yep.
But I'm thinking we could probably take a chance and
yeah, as long as it looks good there and you're loving what you're seeing.
Yes,
we have an amazing designer, so that helps remove any risk as well.
Yes.
To be able to see that. So tell us a little bit about the topic of the book.
Oh, so this book is about a little girl, a curious little girl in the Caribbean who she questions what happens when the sun, she watches the sun every day, and then she questions what happens after it puts on this colorful show and then it vanishes. What happens? Where does it go? And so she has all these questions, and I mean, I don't want to give too much, but then in the end, with her mom's help, she discovers what happens with the sun, and she discovers that she's not the only one who is enamored with the sun, but others as well around the world, just like herself.
I
Um,
love the Caribbean background and
uh,
the sunshine and the bonding between mom and child as she's tucking her in at night. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm happy to post a link also for those that would like to support the book.
thank
We
you.
can post that, and I'll post it also onto the Zoom for those of you who are interested. I mean, onto the YouTube as well for those that are following.
Oh,
So
thank
it's
you so much.
Kaya, K-A-I-A, K-A-I-A,
And
and the Sun. Beautiful, beautiful book.
thank
And
you very much.
Kelly's saying the cover design is beautiful. I agree. It's
Mhm.
so
Yeah,
inviting, so gorgeous. The
yeah.
cover design was done by the very
Again,
talented Praise Saffler.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely a perfect book for those who are looking for something it's just like a feast to the eyes as well as a beautiful bonding story.
yes. Yeah.
So I'm going to
She
put
actually
it.
created the cover. Your illustrator didn't do the cover.
So
Pray.
Yes.
the cover design came from so let's talk about that. The illustrator creates the illustration. The cover designer then does the typography, which makes a lot of difference. But if we didn't have this gorgeous illustration by Prayan Animation, it would not be the cover that it is. But then we do some work to get just the right part of
Font
the illustration, the right font, the layout, the way that the cover kind of wraps around. The design is absolutely gorgeous there as well. So let me just make sure I put the full Amazon.com if you're interested. And by the way, this counts as supporting an author that's launching so that you can also get in for the 2-hour deep dive that we're going to do on book launches. So I do love promoting my authors and helping them to connect and get support for their new book launches. So, and that right now I think is available for 99 cents still.
Yes, it
So
is.
wonderful, wonderful. So we'll
Today,
get,
somebody said to me, "Oh, you need to put that price up."
yeah, it's probably time. Won't last long, but let's get it going. Oh, good.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So
Thanks,
I'm
April.
going to go and disconnect from the YouTube. So for those of you on YouTube that don't want to say goodbye, come on over aprilcox.com/events and you can drop in and see what it's like to hang out with some of the mastermind folks and the kind of deep dive help that we do here at the end of our time together. So give me one moment while I move this stuff forward, and then we can start with Sharon's updates that we need to do on her book. Does anybody else have something you want to walk through? Please do let me know, and we'll get you on the list to make sure that we can do that. But again, say goodbye to everybody on YouTube. Thank you for joining us. I am here every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, so bring your questions and let's continue to do our best to make self-publishing simple and get your questions answered so that you are not confused and looking everywhere to try to get the answers of how you can publish your book.